Showed up, but you don't know which way to go.
Flowers in the Dustbin at the moment are channeling the music that a lot of people are listening to. There's so many different genres that they will listen to, put out there, and it's excellent.
Being so onto my skin, but it changes with every single situation that I'm in.
Flowers in the Dustbin. To me, it's like probably the best label about in Glasgow for me. Do you know what I mean?
I think there's too many things going on in Glasgow that are quite similar, and I think what Stephen's created is quite different to anything else that's going on out there, and it's quite exciting to just have that flourishing.
Yeah, definitely. It's very strong. There's a lot of different genres and a lot of strong acts in the genres as well. So
they're all very different in a way, and very all eclectic, interesting, very not straight up what you'd expect.
I've promoted Kick to Kill, are one of my favourite bands. They're superb. They're my favourites. They're all my favourites, but they are my favourites. Totally my favourites.
Got a couple of bands here, do you want to have a look at them? So I said, aye, why not? Sent me over the Foreable album and really liked what I heard. It sounded very much like the Smiths, which are one of my favourite bands, so kind of followed the label ever since, really. Foreable my favourite.
And I've known Foreable in the previous incarnation of National, and I'd seen them before and knew Robert from that. So when I heard they were back playing again and back on the label, just did a piece on them for the New Blood section of Art Rocker.
What do you think about the bands on the Flowers in the Dustbin label? What do you think about them?
But the ones that I've heard, when obviously Foreable are top band, top class. Mummy Short Arms, who I haven't seen yet, but I'm really impressed with them. They're just so different. Everything's just kind of unique about them, and that's what I like in music. I like something that's a bit quirky, a bit different, and something that's not kind of mainstream and not kind of. Ultimately, I would like. It's ironic a bit because I would like all these bands to become really successful and really, really big. But like now, I like it when they're small. Kind of my bands. It's like my wee secret.
Linked to the Mummy Short Arms song "Cigarette Smuggling," and I immediately loved it. That was right to the end of the year, it was my single of the year, and it still is. I'd still listen to it a lot. I think it's a phenomenal song.
The biggest bands like Kick to Kill, Foreable and Mummy Short Arms. We heard Mummy Short Arms at Pivo and they were great. I thought fantastic sound that I've not really heard in a long time.
The Flowers in the Dustbin kind of, the whole ethos is about putting out music, making money from the gigs that they put on to release music. What do you think about that DIY kind of?
Wholeheartedly support that kind of thing. I think it's great that the way that the internet has brought kind of the Scottish and Glasgow music scene together. I think there's a lot of good people out there doing a lot of good stuff, and Stephen's one of them.
That self-promotion, non-profit thing is really, really cool, and it's that nice DIY vibe to it.
I think not just promoting bands. I think that is the way. I mean, there's good sides and bad sides to it, but that's the way getting anything, any kind of cultural product, for want of a better term, out there is happening.
Building a fortress, building a high above the ground.
think there's always something exciting happening at the moment. I think the best thing that's happening is that everyone's getting together. I think there's now a network of music blogs, podcasters who are out there championing bands.
I'm Ian, I run ravechild.co.uk.
Alright, we're with Colin Jackson, he's from Nice Horizon and Art Rocker.
Hi, I'm Sammy B. I'm from Turbolton in Ayrshire.
Scots We Hate, which is the name of the blog.
Who is Steve, who's the man who organised all of this.
Okay, so hi, I'm Luke from Strathclyde Fusion Radio, and this is Captain Majestic. Keith and Isaac, would you mind introducing yourselves?
Kieran, first of all, but yeah.
Sure. Cool. This is Ben Grant, he's a radio presenter and a blogger from Independent.
My name's Lloyd, I run the Scottish music blog Beanco.
My name's Tom Clark and I do a lot of kind of student journalism around Glasgow, and I'm going to be interviewing all the bands today.
Who are out there championing bands, whereas before I think there was lots of great music, but there was nobody out there to actually tell people about what was out there. I think that's the most important thing. I think bands are interacting and supporting one another, and it's just a flourishing scene at the moment. Essentially, we've depended, in my opinion, I think we've depended on the kind of mainstream London press for far too long, and I think the internet has just given us a kind of a platform to go out there and we can now support one another.
Suicidal sound is sucking out your soul. Look over your shoulder, you got nowhere to go. And your soul jumps out of your body for a second time. It turns back and looks and cries out, amen, you ain't mine. All this happiness is being sewn onto my skin. But it changes with every single situation that I'm in. I'm just a copper tree, hang around. Don't pay my needles. Well, I'm all around mine. It's all about a change. It's all about a change. Somebody, your man and your friend.
It's about good music and putting on good gigs.
I liked Stephen came up and was speaking to us before, and basically he just said they book bands that they like, and I thought that was great. They were saying they only book bands that they have faith in, they only book bands they want playing, and that was so nice to hear. They were really good.
The first band, they were 8, and the second. I
thought the second band were the best, actually.
I like it because I think underlying they've all got this theme of not going with what is cool. They just kind of do what they want to do, and that was cool. I like that. It was.
I think it's a great approach, and I think I've always found it's a really good atmosphere at these gigs, and there's a good community feeling between the bands.
I always say yes to Steve's nights because he's so genuinely, and it's not about him. It's about the music. It's about good music.
They've been very good to us so far, yeah.
We're a band.
Bands make songs, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, you said it now. There you go.
Is there anyone that bought us well?
It's refreshing.
compared to a lot of the gigs that you see, well, in Glasgow that I've played in and that I've been parts of. A lot of the time it's kind of pretty much pay to play. It's refreshing to have someone that's just about the music and just wants to put on gigs and for people to enjoy themselves and get the music out there. And
I'm James Allen, and this is my boys.
For this, Steve, it's the end of the Glasgow Flower Show. How do you think it went?
Oh, it's been a fantastic event. It's been a really great variety of bands. It's been inspirational for me, and I think it's hopefully been inspirational for everybody who came along.
Like when you're looking for bands for Flowers in the Dustbin, what are the kind of characteristics that you look for in bands? Like is it the kind of music they play, or is it their attitude? What is it?
All right. Well, first of all, Flowers has no genre at all. I guess fundamentally, we're just looking for inspiration, really, something which really moves you. The idea of Flowers in the Dustbin is that it's undiscovered gems. It's music which people haven't really heard widely, which really inspires you. So it doesn't matter what the genre is. It's just if it's really great, we want to do it. We want to shout about it. What's really obvious to me in the sort of 5 years I've been involved with it is there is just incredible music in Glasgow. And what I kind of hate is that bands will spend their life trying to get signed by a label in London. You can spend your whole sort of career in inverted commas with a band trying to get somebody who you don't know from London to tell you that the music's good, and I don't really believe in chasing somebody from London or seeking kind of verification from people like that. I think it's instantly apparent when you hear some of the bands in Glasgow that they are amazing and that we should be shouting about them, and we don't need major labels in London to do that. We can do it ourselves. I'm sure there's labels like this all over kind of Britain that will find interest in music. And I think there's going to be a breakthrough for that new music. I think people are bored with what's sort of fed to them through our sort of TV channels and our main radio channels. So I do think it's time for a change, time for a revolution.